Hi, so I wanted to make an update video on how my IUD insertion went. I promised that as a part of my series, I would not only share professional sex education IUD information, but I would also share my personal experience of getting an IUD inserted. So yesterday, I made a video about prepping for the IUD. And I talked about just the little things that I bought and what my plan was. So now I actually want to share with you how my day went, how the insertion went, and how I feel right now. So to give you a time frame, it's 7:17 right now, and I had mine inserted at around probably closer to 5:45 when it was actually inserted. So it's been like an hour and a half, not too long. I kept it pretty easy today. I mean, I spent time with some friends. I did a workout because I thought, I don't know how great I'll feel doing workouts for the next couple of days, so I wanted to get one workout in. And then 2 hours before my appointment, I took 800 milligrams of ibuprofen of Advil for me. And so that was 4 tablets. Now again, you have to make sure that you read the instructions on your bottle, but 600 to 800 is what we recommend. My friend picked me up, and we got there a little early, so we went to Starbucks, and I had a banana. I also bought some apple juice, just in case I got faint. I wanted to have something sugary to spike my blood sugar back up. I have been prescribed Ativan in the past. I didn't want to take it, though, without my doctor saying it would be a good idea. So when I got inside the room, I asked her if she felt like it would be okay for me to take an Ativan. And she had mixed feelings about it, depending on how high my anxiety was. While it calms you down with the anxiety, it can actually make the dizziness worse that some women experience because of the vasovagal nerve that could be hit. Ultimately, we decided that because my anxiety was so high, 0.5 milligram sublingual or so under the tongue would have been okay. So I did that, and I sat down. Now I'm going to give you a pretty specific play-by-play of how it went. So when I got there, they did make me take a pregnancy test, even though I was on my period. They still made me pee in the cup. I did it. Not pregnant, of course. And then we started, the procedure. So she inserted the speculum, and she did a swab, an STI swab, which is pretty standard with an IUD insertion. Then they clean your cervix with iodine. And this is to make sure that no sort of bacteria is being inserted into the uterus, because that could be potentially dangerous and cause an infection. After that, we decided that I wanted a cervical block. Now, in hindsight, I can tell you that the worst part of my insertion was the cervical block. It was sharp. I could almost feel it in my belly button, and she had to do it on multiple sides in order to get a complete freezing of it. Now, of course, I don't know. Maybe if I hadn't had the block, I would have found the insertion way more painful. So who knows? But I can say that that was the most painful part of my insertion. The next thing they do is they sound your uterus. So what they do is they grab onto your cervix, and they basically measure the size of your uterus. Now, mine was 7.5 centimeters, which is nice to know because I always assumed that I would have a really small uterus, which I don't. And so that part, they make you cough. So if your doctor doesn't recommend that, I would ask them, can I cough during this part? And you want to do a really nice, deep, guttural cough. You don't want to cough in your head like, you want to really cough. I'm not going to do it now because I don't know what's going to shift down there, but cough really low. And the best way to describe that pain is a really strong menstrual cramp. If you have really bad periods and really bad cramping, it's probably not going to be as painful as that cramp. But because it's so sudden, you can kind of be like, whoa, that was a shock. And then she's like, time for the insertion. And I can tell you, I would never lie, I did not feel the insertion at all. She's like, it's in. And then she goes, all the instruments are removed, and I was really shocked. And she's like, all I have left now to do is cut your strings. Cut the strings, she kind of tucked them to the side, and that was about it. I made some sounds. I'm going to admit that I did find the sounding kind of painful. I started singing. I started humming the word fuck. So whatever gets you through it. I always tell people, if you want to sing, if you want to make sounds, if you want to say words, swear, whatever you want, do it. Whatever will calm you down and get you through the procedure. My friend held my hand. My hand got super sweaty. I didn't break her hand though. I was a little lightheaded after the procedure. That again is in combination to the vasovagal nerve being hit. In combination, which I realized afterwards when we left that I was still dizzy, was the Ativan. That's a side effect for me with Ativan, is I do get dizzy after the first 30 minutes when it's really good. That's kind of my side effect to it. Now I'm home. I am taking it easy. I did notice quite a bit of blood. And that actually has more to do with the cervical block because of the injections rather than the IUD being inserted. Just so you're aware. I do have some cramping. It is getting stronger and stronger as we speak. I do have my little heating pad on me. So I'm going to take it easy tonight. I'm going to watch a movie. I ordered some pizza. And I'm just going to basically rest. I'm going to relax. I have class tomorrow morning. Which I can't miss. So I want to make sure that I'm as relaxed as possible today. If you have any questions, I did want to mention also that I'll be going for a 6-week follow-up appointment. And they just check your strings then and make sure they're in place and everything looks good. So what I want to let you know is if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to post. Email me, lifeisblissfulness@gmail.com. Comment down below, comment on the video, whatever you need. I will try and answer your questions. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. I'm trained in this, but that only goes so far. If you want to know really specific medical information, I might not be able to answer it, but I could give you resources that could. Or I might know. I actually know quite a bit about IUDs. I'm an over-researcher, so I did research a lot. Overall, though, I just really want to say, don't listen to the horror stories. People who post those are posting it because of their terrible experiences. Honestly, I'm proud of myself for being able to do this because I was scared, but it was nothing. 4 out of 10 on a pain scale, would do it again in a heartbeat. I really want to encourage you to make your own decisions for yourself and don't base it on horror stories. Of course those exist, but that's the exception and not the rule, okay? So don't freak yourself out and don't not do something because of the fear of the pain. Because I'm going to be honest, ultimately, having a baby and being in labor is going to be much more painful than this, right? So please don't get scared off. I don't want you to be scared about it. So I'll update in the next couple of days just how the cramping's been. And again, if there's any questions, I can answer them as well.